I'm going to show you how we took this kitchen and made it 2 to 3 times larger. I'm Chad Helbling, and this is Helbling Contracting. So we already did all of the demo, and we also did a lot of the rough utility work before I actually started filming. But here's the rundown of what happened. There used to be a wall separating the dining room and the kitchen. We took that wall down, and now the plan is to wrap the kitchen cabinets all the way around into the old dining room space, but make the whole entire area basically just like a large, huge family room, kitchen area, etc. Add an island in the middle, and then also move the fridge back against the other wall and add a pantry cabinet right next to that. So everything was going smooth as far as I thought until we got to the flooring.
Okay, we're walking into the kitchen where all of the cabinets used to be, and that's what's remaining left of the engineered hardwood flooring. Look, I've done a lot of flooring in my day. I don't like flooring, but you can't sub all of it out. But I tried to sub this one out. Reason being, she has this engineered hardwood throughout her entire first floor. It goes into every single room. It goes all the way into that back room, continues over here, into there. When we took down the wall, she wanted to see if we could kind of patch it in and make it look continuous. That was a big no, because one, the floors are different heights whenever we took down the wall. This house is over 100 years old, so no surprise there. Two, they weren't even in line with each other. So what we're gonna have to do is create a transition with the flooring. Easier said than done when it's engineered hardwood. I have to plane down the transition that we put where the old wall used to be and try and slope that transition. Hopefully it's just not a noticeable thing. I would love to just raise the subfloor of the old kitchen area, but I can't. I'd have to rip up the entire floor of the entire house. So this seemed to be one of the best solutions. I did try and reach out to all my other subcontractors that do flooring. They didn't want to do the job. So that left me. So basically, we continue flooring from here all the way over, and then we can start the plywood here. To preserve wood, since she doesn't have a lot, we're putting plywood underneath the cabinets. The old floor that we took up in the kitchen was all glued down. There were no staples, no nails. Easy to come up, but destroyed almost every single piece of wood. So now when we're replacing the flooring inside of the old kitchen, we're actually having to glue it again and put it down because we're kind of going the backwards direction. So no stapler or nail are actually gonna fit inside of the tongue. Okay, finish that floor there. Oven is going here. Cabinets, 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 dishwasher. So we're gonna protect this and then start working on the transition. The transition, this is a whole other beast. You cannot sand the floors. You can't really do much about it, so you have to try to get everything perfect. This part of the floor and the transition here is right in between the base cabinets and the island. That's a good thing, because we get to hide this transition halfway under an island. It gives us a little bit of a break. There we go. Then could be screwed.
This is all good right here.
Now we're gonna move on to the other side of where the wall was removed, where the fridge used to be. This was a whole different story. The fridge, after we took it out, it apparently had been leaking for who knows how long, and there was massive water damage.
See them all.
There were bugs eating the floor. It was not termites, but I had to crush them and kill them. We had to cut out the subfloor and replace all of that before we could move on with the flooring. Gonna mark where my joists are.
Like a glove. Like a glove. I just wanted to make sure we got that box of flooring ordered, and we should be good to go.
Good. Okay. Well, then I'll see you within around an hour.
Okay, so what we're doing now is Sandra's painting. we already got the walls primed. So now she's going to start working on painting the ceiling. So we're trying to get as much done as we can before installing the cabinets. So you can see this green line behind me that's going to go across the wall. I'm going to try and level these cabinets, get it ready, drawn out, find the lowest and the highest parts of the floor, and then install the cabinet.
That it's right at 37. A little bit, but we're at 38 or 37 and 7/8. We're at like 38 and 5/16. So 38 and 5/16 to 37. That's pretty drastic.
Okay, today we are hanging cabinets. All right, so here's the plan. Here's the weird thing. The floor is a little off. So we've got from this edge right here, well, this is our level line originally, all the way over there. It's an 1.5 inch difference. This pencil line that I drew is the actual height of the cabinets if I were going to go all the way across and just leave this one full height. So basically from here, that's 34.5. Okay. Then when you go all the way down there, I have written down 36.25. It's more like 36.5. It is an entire 1.5 inch difference. Not cool. What that would do is that would cause the bottom of the cabinet over there to be up 1.5 inches, and so you have to do all these janky things. The toe kick would look terrible. Everything would be terrible. The crown would be cut at the ceiling. It's all sorts of problems. Old houses. I'm taking 1 inch off of everything. So now our new height's gonna be 33.5. Okay? So that by the time we come down here on this edge, we'll be a little over 34.5, which is the typical height of a cabinet. We have to cut the bottoms of the cabinets from this side over, from taking off 1 inch, maybe down to like taking off 1/4 inch, and then all of a sudden it's going to be boom, a full-on cabinet, 3/4 inches, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch off the ground, and that's a lot more reasonable to work with. So basically, we're just going to start hacking the bottom cabinets.
If at any point you need it to go down or whatever, just let me know. Gotta feed this wire in for to carry more of the weight.
Oh, it's almost like a really crooked, weird Mickey Mouse or dead mouse. That's kind of what it looks like. More so.
It's a hidden Mickey.
It's a hidden Mickey. All right. All right. There we go. You can move your hand. All right. Sweet. Yep. Cassandra's working on putting these two cabinets together here. So we're just putting in 3 screws around the face, or closer to the face, and 3 in the back to connect those. Got all these cabinets in, pretty much all of the base cabinets. We just have to do the island. And so right now what we're doing is we're working on these. We're gonna hang them right here. There's gonna be one right here and the really tall one goes right here. So we're gonna raise it up. I have a little scrap of the granite. So I'm gonna just sit it on top of the granite, each edge, and then screw it into the wall, because basically the plan is that we just want that countertop in general, or that cabinet in general, to sit on this countertop. So we're gonna try that, maybe lift it up a tiny bit. Do it a third time, it's smooth. Got our wires in the back of the wall. We're gonna have 2 outlets in here, and roughly around there and right there.
So we're gonna drill a hole, bring the wire through just through a hole for now, and then eventually I'll put a box in when I know exactly where it's gonna go based on these shelves, because this cabinet's really cool. It has a door that kind of opens like a bifold, and it sits on top of the countertop, and she's gonna put all of like her appliances in there. So microwaves up there and whatever else she has down here. Slight change of plans. We just got word from the designer. This is not the correct height anymore. It is very minimal. As the countertop people, Patel informed us that it's going to be 1 1/8 inch heavy. This is 1 1/4 inch. Hopefully that just works perfectly. Countertop company feels confident about installing it like this, but this is the first for me. I've usually installed these afterwards, but it will definitely be nice to not have to install this and afterwards and wait for them. Okay. Okay. Pretty easy. All right. So now that that's on there, it should be the right height. I just have to line up the edges, make sure it's where it's supposed to be, then screw it in. Look at her. Look how good.